Gang, Joe Fisher back again. Figured we'd take a little break from beer and woodworking and make some cheese. Mozzarella cheese is really easy to make. You only need a few ingredients. A gallon of milk, a little bit of water, some citric acid, salt, and rennet. So these pieces came as part of a kit, or you can get them online at a lot of home brewing shops or specialty cheese shops online. So I'm going to stop talking and start making some cheese.
First thing to do is get the milk in the pot. I'm using whole milk here. Just make sure that it's not ultra-pasteurized. The heat and ultra-pasteurization process makes it unsuitable for cheese. Now I'm going to dissolve my rennet in a little bit of water. I've already crushed up the tablet here. And I'll do the same for the powdered citric acid. Just dissolve it in some water. The actual amounts aren't super crucial, but you can find recipes online that'll help you out with that. Now I add the citric acid to the milk as it's warming up to acidify it and get the curdling process started. Once we reach 100 degrees, it's time to add the rennet. Just pour it in and stir it up and down for maybe 30 seconds. Now, curds are already starting to form after only 30 seconds. So now I'm going to let the temperature rise up to about 105 degrees and shut off the heat and slap a lid on it. 5 minutes later, we come back and check and see how the curds are forming. I just kind of pull the curds away from the side of the pot. They should be fairly solid, and you should see a lot of clear whey. So now I'm just moving the curds into a colander that's over a pot. I really should be using a slotted spoon here. I normally do, but I didn't have it for this video for one reason or another. This is where I'll normally add salt. I'm using plain old kosher salt here that I got at the grocery store. And I'll add about half now and half later. So here's later. You'll have to experiment with how much salt you like. You could start out with about a half teaspoon and work your way up from there. So now I'm just working the curds around a little bit to work some of the excess whey out of them. The more you work the curds now, the drier and more firm your cheese will be in the end. Next step is stretching the cheese. I'm going to heat up a water bath to about 165 degrees. It's not really crucial. And put about 1 ball of cheese's worth of curds in the hot water. Hey, look, I found my slotted spoon. It's about time. So I'm just testing the curd now to see if it comes together nicely, if it stretches a little bit. You can see that it's kind of not quite there yet. The reason I'm wearing these stylish blue neoprene gloves is to help keep the cheese from burning my sensitive skin. Now the cheese feels nice and stretchy. You can see it's starting to get good and stringy there. I'm just going to gather a ball into my hand and start stretching. So I stretch it the same way I do for making dough. I'm trying to develop surface tension on the outside. So I'll pull it out a little bit and then fold it away from me. Turn it 90 degrees, pull it out again and fold it away from me. And I'll just keep doing that. It homogenizes the cheese, stretches the outside, and makes it nice and shiny and smooth. And really, you just keep doing that until you're happy with it. You'll feel the cheese start to get nice and smooth and homogeneous. It'll stop being grainy, and then you can just kind of squeeze the back together and form it into a nice ball. Then once that's done, I just put it into some cold water that has a little bit of the whey in it and some salt. And then you do the same thing with the rest of your curd. And don't throw out that whey. You can still do plenty of things with it. We can make ricotta cheese, maybe in a future video. You can drink it. You can use it in recipes. You can feed it to animals. And now the best part, sampling all of your hard work. Incidentally, that took me about 39 minutes, so that's pretty quick for this kind of awesome food. Try not to break anything while you're slicing, of course. And don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. And there you go, just a few minutes work and you've got fantastic fresh cheese that you've made in your own home. It doesn't get too much better than that, my friends.
Good thing it's waterproof.